Exposure to the Russian market has weighed on Europe's brewers. Carlsberg shares are down more than 10% this year. Heineken, though, has performed a little better. I think it was a pretty firm set of first-half numbers. The Dutch firm recently warning warm weather sales, though, have had some impact. Alexis Nasard joins us, Heineken's president of Western Europe. Alexis, good morning to you and welcome.
Thank you.
Just give us a sense of how tough it's been this year and how you think you're going to close out the full year.
It's been, needless to say that there are lots of headwinds and structural issues in Western Europe. The media is rife with statements about that. But the reality is that Europe is not about to disappear. It is 6% of world GDP, so it's 6% of world population, 26% of world GDP. You can look at the glass half empty or half full, but it clearly is a very large glass, and there is a lot to be done in it. And I have to say that with our new strategy in Western Europe, which we call the not an inch back strategy, we're having some promising signs. In the first half of the year, we've grown revenue and we have grown profits. And on a year-to-date basis, we are growing in 100% of the markets in terms of market share.
And you can do that without growing costs, because we know that the challenge has been, if you want to maintain sales, you've had to sacrifice margin. Costs have gone up as you've increased marketing spend.
We can do that without sacrificing margins, because we have a very clear cost strategy, which we call cost for revenue, and that is very targeted and very focused on enhancing gross margins and cutting back office costs in order to invest in marketing and sales.
You've got a phrase for everything here. So that's cost for revenue, not an inch back.
Exactly.
What do you have written on your desk when you come in the morning?
But these phrases are important. If you want the full organization to follow at each and every level, you need memorable sound bites. Otherwise, it becomes a very theoretical strategy that stays in the boardroom. And I strongly believe that catchy words are important.
Just very quickly, one last one for me. Everybody else wants to come in, I know. To be Rumsfeldian about this, Russia was a sort of unknown, and it came a bit out of the blue, and obviously a lot of the brewers have struggled as a result of having exposure in Russia, and that was meant to be a big growth market. We know about Western Europe, and I think you've got a strategy to deal with it. When it comes to Russia and other unknown unknowns at the moment, how prepared is the business for further shocks in this area?
One of the strategies we have in terms of growth as a company is what we call balanced growth.
It's another one.
Balanced, exactly. Okay. Balanced growth. There's been a lot of hype on emerging markets in the past few years for good reasons. Demographics, social mobility, all the rest of it. But it is a reality that they often develop in a sawtooth pattern, and they're harder to predict. Once you even out your growth profiles between developed and developing markets, that risk is automatically hedged. And today, we believe we are reasonably well prepared to cope with these things. We have many contingencies in the system.
Is perhaps one of the strategies to look at perhaps the non-alcoholic market? I'm still talking beer. But there's a growing part of the population that might enjoy beer but has a problem with alcohol.
That's a very good question. By the way, the strongest innovation in the beer category in the past 10 years has been Radler. Radler is beer mixed with lemon juice with 2% alcohol. It is a huge innovation. It's our most successful one, actually, for us and in the beer category. And that is 70% of the volume of Radler is sourced from the non-beer category and non-alcoholic category. So we're having increasing signs that the non-alcoholic or low alcoholic content is very promising in terms of our innovation strategy. And I tell you, we're all over it.
Why would anyone put... I had another question, a sensible question. Why would anyone put lemon juice in beer? That's terrible.
Well,
it's like putting lemonade in beer next.
That's not what dozens of millions of people would agree with.
But they're wrong. Why would anyone adulterate beer? It's fine as it is.
You put lime in a Sol, say. Sol is one of your brands,
yes,
right?
Of course.
So you generally stand around in the wine bar, with your little bit of... That's what they used to do in the 80s.
That's what they do in Oxfordshire.
It's refreshing.
Not what we do in Sussex, I tell you.
It's refreshing. It gives you some swagger too, the lemon.
Yeah, he's got enough swagger already.
I don't need swagger. Now, it's only my sensible question. Well, I say sensible. Why do you think SAB Miller thought that there was a possibility that the family, which owns 50.01 or 50.1% of the stake, why did they think that that was a goer at all at any stage?
Maybe you should ask them.
I'm asking you, because they approached you. It never really got going, did it, anywhere as well? And this all came out in, what, September, I think it was. I'm just wondering why SEB Miller thought that was the deal that could be done.
You know that the whole consolidation of the industry is very much top of mind for many people and many players. And people will make attempts, people will try, and people will have their own game plans. As far as we're concerned, we're very clear that we are determined to stay independent because we believe this is our best path for growth. And as far as the day-to-day is concerned, we don't over-agonize about speculations about all that, and we keep our heads down and focus on what we can control, which is delighting consumers and shoppers.
Okay. Well, that sums it up for me anyway. I still don't get the lemon and lime stuff though, gents. I've got to be honest with you.
We'll send you a case.
Oh no, you can't do that. We can't do that. It would be very kind. I'm afraid we're not allowed to accept. But thank you anyway.
A quick question. Strongbow cider has been a staple in this country for years, and yet we've seen a lot of new entrants into the cider market. Are they starting to lose sales? Is Strongbow coming back?
Strongbow is coming back. And by the way, let me just make a preamble to this. We welcome the increased innovation in the cider category, as we welcome increased innovation in the beer category. More excitement will grow the pie. No, but it is a fact. This year, the beer market in Western Europe is growing. Now, there are one-off effects, including the World Cup and other things, but there are also structural effects. It's been more innovative than ever. There has been more investment than ever. So we think it's a good thing, because it's a win-win in the final game. As far as your question on Strongbow is concerned, Strongbow is coming back. And by the way, in 2014, Strongbow Dark Fruit was elected the best FMCG innovation in the UK. So it's been a huge success, and we are line extending and innovating on our full portfolio, but also on the Strongbow brand.
Do you remember Strongbow? Do you remember the
I remember Strongbow.
School discos?
I'm just looking down your...
That was the only thing you could get, wasn't it? Too young to buy beer, too young for spirits.
I didn't drink Strongbow.
Somebody always used to bring a bottle of Strongbow, didn't they?
Wasn't the Shandy double-decker or something? Double-decker? I don't know. I'm just trying to trawl out from the late 70s, early 80s here.
Alexis, it's been a real pleasure. Thanks so much for coming in. Alexis Nasard, Heineken's president of Western Europe.